beer tubers, welcome back to Maxwell Starr's Beer Review. Tonight we're going to take a look at Krombacher Pils from the city of Kreuztal, Germany. It is well known as the #1 Pilsner in Germany. I got this on a quick road trip to Nova Scotia a couple weeks ago. You don't get this here. 4.8% alcohol by volume. It is a Pilsner beer. Best before I see, April 12th, 2012. So it's good for a while yet. It just has different languages. The ingredients: water, barley, malt, hops, and hops extract. So while it does use hops extract, it looks like it still conforms to the Reinheitsgebot purity law, which didn't necessarily affect every Western German city, but it's nice to see that they're following like the typical Pilsner guidelines. Okay, let's get this in my Pilsner glass here. Now it looks like it's a lighter in colored glass than your typical beer bottle. Let me just set this down. Grab like a empty bottle of Propeller IPA. I don't know if you can really see that, but it's kind of like a lighter brown, almost. Well, it's almost like a mixture of green and brown glass. It lets more light through. The reason why I'm saying all this is I was able to smell a little bit of a skunk off the top of that bottle. Now, that might just mean that there's a little bit of light struckness at the very top. It doesn't necessarily means the beer's going to be bad or highly influenced by skunk. I do smell a fair bit of skunkiness in there, but I also smell your typical herbal kind of metallic, bordering on piney kind of hop smell. Kind of smells like that skunky aroma I was getting has faded away, which is a good thing. And now it's actually it's mellowed back down to what a Pilsner should smell like. That's actually really nice smelling for a Pilsner. It's kind of like, I mean, there might be a touch of some kind of starchiness like a wet cardboard, but it's not bad. Maybe a little bit of sweetness from like a pale malt or something. Pilsner malt. Yeah, that's not bad. It actually smells somewhat clean. But yeah, it actually smells like your typical, like your noble hop, like Hallertau or something. And if I got that wrong, let me know. I'm not a home brewer or anything, so I don't necessarily know all the smells of each individual hop. I just know that that's typical noble hop aroma. Very similar to like Saaz or something from Pilsner Urquell. Although Pilsner Urquell tends to be a bit more heartier. That's really nice smelling though. And actually, I was able to stir it around and get quite a decent amount of head. That's actually doesn't look that bad. Color-wise, it's kind of like a golden clear color. Kind of brassy. It's very light looking. It looks nice. Other than that little waft of skunk, which I won't hold against it, it actually doesn't smell that bad, and it smells like your typical Pilsner. Well, let's see why it's Germany's #1 beer. There's almost like an appley, grainy malt taste in the back. A little lightly sweet. And the front, right for the front of the mouth seems to take the brunt of the herbal metallic hop taste. And a little bit of a lingering, almost brown sugar-like sweetness. I'm not really getting a whole lot, except for maybe a light amount of bitterness and a light amount of sweetness in the back of the palate. Once you drink it, it seems to disappear. And actually, looking at that, it looks like it's leaving some marks against the sides of the glass, which is also nice to see. I don't mind that one at all. It's got some nice noble hop smells. Got some nice aromas. It's sweet and hoppy, sweet, mildly bitter, like your Pilsner should be, and finishes really dry. Wow. You could probably jug quite a few of those without even noticing it. It's got a thicker. It's not like a light lager by any means. It's kind of like a medium lager. Like a lager by nature is kind of a lighter beer anyway. If you were to compare this against other lagers, it's kind of more of a heavier lager, but it's lighter. I would consider this medium if I were to throw ales in the picture, because it's got the thickness of more of an ale kind of beer, but a medium ale, so it's still nice and drinkable. And that leaves that lingering sweetness in the back of the mouth, back of the throat. But there's no there's like a touch of toasted grain, but there's no off tastes, like there's no traces of any kind of adjunct flavors or rice flavors. It's just actually a really nice tasting beer. I'm going to sit down with this one for a bit and I'll come back with some thoughts. Be right back. And we're back with Krombacher Pils. So what did I think about this one? It's actually not bad. It's got a nice. It tastes like a Pilsner should. It's got a nice little bit of a taste of like a caramel apple kind of flavor, like a candied apple, but it may be too much of a sweetness to really make this an enjoyable, really easily drinkable beer. What I think about this one, I would probably want one of these over a Warsteiner. But I'm not going to go over and say that it's an absolutely incredible beer if you run out and get it. I would recommend, if you like Pilsners, then yeah, this is definitely one to try. It's not for everybody. I mean, my fiance doesn't like Pilsners. I do like them. But Pilsner Urquell would still blow the doors off of this one. But I would drink this over a Warsteiner any day. I'd probably buy this if it were available here. It's actually really good. So as such, I'm going to give Krombacher a high 3.5 out of 5, just because it's better than Warsteiner, which I gave a 3.5. But it's not up to the level of like I would consider a 4 beer. It's close, just a little too sweet for me, but it's not bad, and I would definitely recommend it if you like your lagers or you like your Pilsners, because that's actually really tasty. Anyway. Thanks for watching Maxwell Starr's beer review. Hope you enjoyed watching this review, and I'll talk to you later. Cheers.